great to have everybody in attendance. And so that brings us to the reason that you are here, to induct 3 new fantastic members into the SWOSU Athletics Hall of Fame. And you can follow along with us, kind of reading the bios if you'd like to, and you'll see also the order in which we are going to induct these 3 today. So let's get started with Rachel Ingram Wolfrath. She was a 4-year member of the SWOSU Cross Country team, competing for the Bulldogs from 2004 to 2007, and in her time with the Bulldogs, she established herself as the best student athlete to compete for SWOSU Cross Country. She set the fastest time in program history for both the 5,000 meter and the 6,000 meter race. A 4-time All-Lone Star Conference honoree who never finished lower than 6th at the LSC Championships. How about that? Wolfrath won 4 races in her career at SWOSU and advanced to the regional championships all 4 years that she ran as well. Also, in 2005, she finished 4th at the South Central Regional race, and she followed that up with a runner-up finish at the race in 2006, advancing to the NCAA Division II Championships both seasons, and she remains the only runner in program history to race at the national meet. For her efforts, she was the 3-time All-South Central Region runner and a 3-time Lone Star Conference Academic Runner of the Year, and Wolfrath continues to hold the school record times of 18:06 in the 5K and 21:36 in the 6K. Is that good, runners? Is that pretty good? I'm not familiar as well as I need to be, but that's wonderful. Wolfrath, a 2-time SWOSU Female Athlete of the Year selection, and she was named to the ESPN The Magazine Academic All-America team in 2006, while also being nominated for the NCAA Woman of the Year by the Lone Star Conference in 2008. After completing her eligibility, Wolfrath continued success at SWOSU, earning her Doctor of Pharmacy degree in May of 2010. She then accepted a 1-year Pharmacy Practice Residency at St. John's Mercy in her hometown of Springfield, Missouri, and she has since worked as a staff pharmacist at Lee Memorial Hospital in Fort Myers, Florida, and as a clinical staff pharmacist at University Hospital in Columbia, Missouri, where she currently resides. We are pleased to induct Rachel Ingram Wolfrath into the SWOSU Athletic Hall of Fame.
Thank you. It's great to be back at Southwestern and in Weatherford. It's been almost 6 years since I graduated, and even though many things have changed, driving into Weatherford yesterday felt like coming home. I will never forget the memories that I made running cross country here, and I will carry those memories with me for the rest of my life. I'll never forget the first time that I visited Southwestern. My mom's sister and I drove from Missouri over the summer before my senior year in high school to visit this small town in western Oklahoma. I remember that we stayed at the Best Western Mark Motel, and we walked over to Walmart, which is now Ace Hardware, to pick up a few things. Whenever we walked in, the weather was great, and we walked out into the beginnings of a big thunderstorm. It felt like a tornado was going to pop out of the sky at any minute, and the wind was blowing like crazy, and we ran back to the motel. And it was quite a welcome into western Oklahoma. During our visit, it seemed like everything just clicked, and I knew that I wanted to study pharmacy and run cross country at SWOSU. I have so many wonderful memories of my years running cross country. I had the opportunity to have 2 amazing coaches, Melanie Miller and Josh Music, who each traveled with me to a national championship. The first time I ever flew on a plane was with Melanie on our way to California for nationals my sophomore year. And then the following year, Josh and I flew to Pensacola Beach, Florida for the second national championship run. What amazing memories I have from running around this town and all the country roads, running by the wind turbines, up and down the Davis Hill, sometimes wearing a weighted vest. And Josh used to drop us off in hydro and with a with a "see you on campus" and had us run back here. Not to mention all the memories of Weatherford, from hanging out at the Cup, getting ice cream from Brahms, and shopping at the Etc. shop. Since graduating from Southwestern, my life has changed in many wonderful ways. I have met and married my husband, David, who also loves to run. It has been so much fun to show him the campus and the town of Weatherford during this trip. We have a 2-year-old son, Isaac, who also loves to run. He already knows how to set up and say, "Ready, set, go," and take off. And so hopefully he will love running as much as we do. I want to thank this school and this town for welcoming me with open arms. Sorry. I could not speak higher of the people that make up this university. My coaches, Melanie and Josh, were the key to my success. And I want to thank them for always pushing me harder. I want to thank the Albrightson family, Courtney and Cindy, who were my host family and gave me a home away from home during my time here. My sister Sandra, who wasn't able to make it, was always there cheering me on and supporting me throughout my running career. My parents, Mark and Teresa, have been my biggest fans my whole life. From the time I started running as a small girl, they have never let me settle for less than my best. They were always there to bike alongside me on long runs and drive me to and from endless practices and meets. And during my time at SWOSU, they traveled all across the Midwest and the country to cheer me on. On the cross-country course, during the toughest parts of the race, they were always there to push me. Sometimes all my mom could say was, "Rachel, Rachel, Rachel," because she was so excited. And that would always give me the strength to push it up one more hill. Lastly, I could never believe that these achievements could mean anything apart from Christ, and I thank God for all the undeserved blessings in my life and for giving me the ability to run cross country. And I will never take for granted the opportunities that I have been given, and I thank you all from the bottom of my heart for this honor.